Alright. So you guys all still here? I didn't lose you or anything, did I? Because this first intro is a bit important. I was working repairing phones yesterday, and we got a new, basically, hot air gun to help solder things. I happened to accidentally touch it with my pinky, and now I've got a weird callus that isn't a callus. It just feels really bizarre. Anyway, don't touch hot things when they're running. That's my advice for people. Anywho, yeah, we're about to enter episode 4, Turnabout Goodbyes, which is one of the best stories in the series. Not just the game, the series. Alright, though I do like the one after that too. I don't know, just maybe I'm biased. Alright, so going. One second, I gotta check one last thing. Yep, there we are. Okay. Alright. Anywho. Here we go. Load the select save data? Yes, we will. Alright, so here we go. It's been, what, 15 years? About that, yes. 15 years is a long time to wait. You can't imagine how much I've suffered. You've suffered? But now, the perfect opportunity has presented itself. At last, I shall have my revenge. What? Merry Christmas. There we go. December 25th, 10:08 a.m. Wright & Co. Law Offices. Oh, now it shows up. What the hell? Alright. Hey Nick. Do you know if there are any good waterfalls around here? Waterfalls? Dare I ask why? Duh, Nick. Isn't it obvious? I need a waterfall to stand under. Preferably a freezing one. Oh. Is that part of your spirit medium training? Of course. Except, I've been slacking off lately. I need to brave the elements to be forged anew under the rushing spring waters. Okay. I don't know about any falls, per se, but Gourd Lake is pretty close. Oh. Darn. Sorry, but them's the breaks. Couldn't you just take a cold shower or something? Good idea. So much for rushing spring waters. Next in the news, a large unidentified animal was sighted at Gourd Lake. The town is buzzing with excitement. Locals are calling it Gordy, and a tip of the hat to Nessie, the Loch Ness Monster. Though its namesake, Nessie, proved to be a hoax, locals are confirmed that Gordy is the real deal. Boring. Can't they show real news for a change? Nick? The water pressure's kind of low in that shower. You want more pressure, huh? Why don't you go down to the fire department and have them spray you with a hose? Good idea, Nick. Apparently, Fey blood is no aid in detecting sarcasm. We interrupt this program to bring you a special news bulletin. Strange occurrences continue at Gourd Lake, but this time, it's murder. Gourd Lake again? The body of a man was found in the lake early this morning. A suspect was apprehended. Sources inside the police department revealed that the suspect's name is Miles Edgeworth, age 24. Edgeworth was an up-and-coming prosecutor known for his skill and connections. He was guaranteed a long and rewarding career. Has he thrown it all away? Edgeworth? What's going on? Edgeworth would never do something like... Nick? Miss? Maya? The fireman yelled at me when I called him. We've got bigger things to worry about than that. They arrested Edgeworth. What? You mean the prosecutor? Yeah, he's a suspect in a murder. What? When? Where? Whom? Why? How? I don't know. Let's go find out, Nick. And so, yeah, right after he helps you solve a case, he's a murder suspect. Welcome to episode 4. December 25th, Detention Center, Visitor's Room. You know, Nick, we've all been in here one time or another, haven't we? I guess it comes with the territory. I'm not sure it's something we should mention to too many people. Hey, Edgeworth, come back! What are you doing here? Nick, I don't think he's in a very good mood. Well, he is in detention. Were you in a good mood when you were here? So you've come to laugh at the fallen attorney. Then laugh. Laugh. Well, why aren't you laughing? Nick, should we be laughing? Nah, it's a trick. Laugh and he'll get mad. Or burst into tears. Edgeworth, we don't have so much free time we can spend it coming down here to laugh at you. Yes, you do. Actually, he's right. I hoped you wouldn't come. I didn't want you to see me. Not like this. I didn't want to see you like this either. Believe me. What happened? Edgeworth, tell me what happened. Why should I? What are you gonna do about it? Duh! We're gonna help you, that's what. Help me? You? Don't be ridiculous. Sorry? You're a novice. You've only been in 3 trials. Hey! Sure, you got lucky and won all 3. But your luck's bound to run out someday. You need real skill, right? Experience. Nick, he's insulting you. Nick? Why am I always the one who has to get angry? The murder took place at Gourd Lake, correct? Yes. Late last night. The lake is a long way away from your offices and the courthouse. Why were you down there? I see no need to tell you. Mr. Edgeworth, you didn't really... Gordy. Huh? I went to see Gordy. Gordy? What's that? I'll tell you later. Why won't Edgeworth talk to us? Your attorney's badge? Edgeworth. Let me defend you. Good one, right? But I'm not that hard up. Not yet. What do you mean by that? Me? Trust a wet behind the ears lawyer with only 3 trials under his belt? Never. What? My case is near hopeless, right? Every defense attorney I've talked to has turned me down. What? Simply put, they were afraid they'd lose. It occurred to me that it might be my fault that they lacked confidence. After all, I did get every single one of their clients declared guilty. I don't believe it. Regardless, I don't want you involved in this. You in particular, I cannot ask to do this. Well. Alright. Let's try and check out the lake then, I guess. December 25th. Gourd Lake Park. Entrance. This is where it happened? Yeah. Gourd Lake is in the middle of this park. I can see some police walking around in there. Questioning people. Probably. Hey, isn't that Detective Gumshoe over there? Well, pal? There's enough of us here. Anyone found anything? Sorry, sir. Nothing. Idiot! The trial's tomorrow. We need clues. On the double. But, sir, there weren't any clues. That's why we arrested that attorney, Mr. Edgeworth. It's clear, sir. He's the one who... Shut up! Just you try saying that again. I'll make you sorry if you do. So just get out of my face, pal. Yes, sir. Detective Gumshoe's kind of scary today. Recruits. Pih. Yeah. Hey, you're that hairy guy. Hairy Butts. Right. Phoenix Wright. Will he ever learn my name? And just what are you doing here, pal? Investigating? Huh? Well, yes, I suppose. Well, I'm here to help. Ask me anything you want. Bring it. He seems different than usual. I wonder what's up. Mr. Edgeworth hasn't asked us to defend him yet. Huh? Oh? You don't say. Gumshoe, everybody. Detective Gumshoe? Do you know what happened here? Huh? You don't know, pal? No. Wow, okay, Mr. Head in the Fluffy Pink Clouds lawyer. Head in the... Huh? Never mind, I'll tell you. It happened last night, about 15 minutes after midnight. There was a boat out on Gourd Lake. In that boat were two men. One of those men shot the other with a pistol. And the shooter was Mr. Edgeworth. A cop who arrived on the scene arrested him. How did they get here so fast? Well, there was a witness. When the report came in, we raced to the lake. A witness? You don't think Mr. Edgeworth is a murderer, do you? Absolutely not. It's impossible. I don't care if there's a witness either. I don't believe a lick of it. Right. Who cares what the witness says? I care. You really believe in him, don't you, Detective? Of course I do. But the police are pretty sure he's the killer. Nobody's even really taking this investigation that seriously. Oh no. After all the help Mr. Edgeworth has been to us, hard to imagine that no one's standing up to take his side. Well, at least you are, Detective. At least you are. Is it true? No one will take Mr. Edgeworth's case? Yeah. He's a bit of a celebrity. If you defended him, and lost, your reputation be sure to suffer. What's more, the case against him is, well, it's pretty solid. I suppose it would be if they have a witness. Hey, pal, don't tell me you're going to turn your back on him too. Remember the Steel Samurai case? Mr. Edgeworth helped you get your client declared innocent. I know. I went to Edgeworth. I tried. He really doesn't want us to represent him. Especially not us, he said. What? Well, that doesn't make any sense, pal. You should have heard him talking about you after that trial. He kept saying, right, 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 over and over. Nick? I'm not sure that's a good sign. Neither am I. Why wouldn't he want your help? I don't get it. Who was this witness? Sorry, pal, that's confidential. Anyway, the witness saw everything, apparently. I'm sure it'll turn up at the trial tomorrow. Was there only that one witness? Yep. It was pretty cold out on the lake last night. And it was Christmas Eve, after all. still, we're being thorough. You never know when you're going to turn up another witness. That's why we're here today, checking things out. So far, we're coming up empty. Oh, it's Christmas today. I'd forgotten. What are you getting me for Christmas, Nick? Talk to Santa. Detective Gumshoe, sir. What? Find something? No, sir. Not yet. But there was a call from the precinct. They want to hold an investigation briefing. A briefing? Right. I'm off. Oh. Sorry, pal. I guess you heard. I gotta go. Any last things you want to ask me about before I head back? How to get in touch with you? You're not coming back, detective? Probably not, pal. So what should we do if we have something to talk to you about? Oh, right. Here, I'll show you how to get to the precinct. Come down and see me anytime. Direction to the police station received from Detective Gumshoe. Oh, hey, Detective Gumshoe. What? We'd like to take a look around in the park. Can we walk around? Yeah, no problem, pal. You got my permission. You know, Nick, I think there's something to be said for talking to people when they're busy. Yeah, they don't have time to think about not giving you information. Right. Now let's get investigating. Alrighty then. Alright. Gourd Lake. December 25th. Gourd Lake. Public beach. Wowzers. This is Gourd Lake? Yep. I'm not sure it warrants a wowzers, though. Probably not. But hey, look at that snack stand. Samurai dogs? I want a samurai dog, please. I bet they're great. With a name like Samurai Dog, how could they not be? They're a little behind the times, though. The kids are all into the Pink Princess now. I mean, like, you know? Nope. Alright. Just about the only real thing I can see. Huh. Someone left some poppers here. You know, you pull the string, and it goes pop. Yeah, I know the ones. You see them a lot around New Year's. Hey, Nick, they might be a clue. Let's take them. Come on, admit it. You just want to pop them, right? Was it that obvious? Poppers. We'll take them. I suppose it couldn't hurt. Huh? Where'd they go? Into my pocket. Poppers put into pocket. Oop. Alright. Check out the stands. A hot dog stand. It's closed. The Christmas fringe looks a little half-baked. The banner reads, Samurai Dogs. Somebody needs to redecorate. Wow. Gourd Lake is really big. Yeah. Say, Nick, why is it called Gourd Lake? Oh. Well, a long time ago, they used to grow gourds here. Oh, no way. I was sure it was because the lake looked like a gourd when viewed from above. You know, like an hourglass shape. Well, it is shaped like a gourd, actually. But that's just a coincidence. Oh, okay. I almost didn't see that signpost. Left, boat docks, right, exit. Alrighty. The trash can is empty. At least the place is well maintained. And that's it, I guess. Gourd Lake Woods. December 25th. Gourd Lake Woods. I like it here, Nick. Look, someone's camping. They've got guts, camping at the scene of a murder. Hey, Nick. If they were camping here last night, they might know something about the murder. That's true. Good call, Maya. Let's go talk to them. Alright. Well, check the car, I guess. This SUV has seen better days. It's dented all over. I can't believe anyone would drive their car down here. That actually looks pristine. Hey, Nick. What? Don't tell me you're hungry again. No. I was just wondering, Why are camping pots and pans made of aluminum? They didn't talk about that in any of the law books. So there's no law saying they have to be made out of aluminum then. I'm not having this conversation. Alright. There's food and some magazines on the sheet. It takes a pretty tough skin to camp in this cold. Alright. I guess we'll look at this thingy. This camera has a mic and some sort of attachment. It must take pictures when triggered by a noise. Wow, cool. Let's try it out. Hi, I'm Nick. Maybe I'm not saying it loud enough? Hey, I'm Nick! Huh. Nick! Will you stop that? Maybe it's broken. Don't kick it. Maybe it isn't set to respond to voices? Well, what then? These things? The party poppers? Bang! Well, it responded. Yeah! Hey, you! Get your hands off of that! What in the sand hill? Look what you done now. There goes a whole roll of film. What? Huh? Sorry. Sorry it's nice, but it don't pay my bills. Y'all know how much that roll of that film costs? I'll pay you back. What were y'all thinking setting off the party popper in a place like this? Well, what? Don't try to play stupid with me just because you think I'm some country bumpkin. Yeah, I know how y'all Yanks think. I say those southern folks talk with that exaggerated drawl. Why, they must be dumb. Well, let me tell you, just because I might be dumb don't mean we all are. Nick, help. And who are you now? Your chaperone? Yeah, no, rather, we're sort of friends? Just figure out what y'all are gonna say and say it, for bejesus sakes. God, I'd rather sit through one of Papa's drawls than listen to you stutter all day. Oh boy. I guess we should pay her for the film. Watch it. Yes, ma'am. On second thought, I'll pay later. I'm really sorry. What? Can't you see I'm changing the film on my camera here? Someone, I'm not naming any names, but someone used up a whole roll. Sorry. That didn't work. I wonder if I have anything to show her that would get her attention? This is my badge. Huh? Aren't badges supposed to be all shiny and impressive? You a cop or something? I'm a lawyer. What? Y'all ain't gonna try and pull out one of them lawsuits on me over that film now. Because I'll have y'all know I'm a fighter and I've wrestled meaner looking things than you. No, that's not it at all. We're here investigating a murder that took place here on the lake. A murder? That's cool. Why didn't y'all say that in the first place? Go ahead, ask me anything you like. Finally, some cooperation. You two, y'all can come out of hiding now. I won't bite. Hard. Come to think of it, where did Maya get to? Sorry. I was feeling a little overwhelmed. The culture gap and all. Never you mind, honey. I can talk Yank for you if you if it pleases you. Thanks. I think I'll be okay. Great then. I'm Lotta. Lotta Hart. But y'all can call me Lotta. I'm here photographing meteor showers for a research project. Mighty pleased to meet you. There we go. Lotta Hart, everybody. Oh yeah. When was that murder anyways? I ain't seen much television lately. It happened late in the night on Christmas Eve. That's so. Christmas Eve? A man on a boat was shot. Did you see anything? Well, let me see. A boat, you say? I reckon I might have seen one. Not sure, though. Y'all gotta remember, I've been watching this here lake for a good 3 days now. I seen enough boats to choke a mule. Kinda hard to remember which I seen when. Alright. So, what is it you do, Lotta? Huh? Me? Y'all don't really want to know that, do you? Actually, I'm a research student at Country U. right in the heart of the Heartland. Texas. Wow, neat. Nick, she's a research student at a university. Country U. So I hear. So, when did you come up here? Let me see. I guess it was about 3 days ago. What are you photographing? Photographing. Funny word. Didn't I tell you all that already? Meteors. Yep, meteor showers. Falling stars. That's quite a camera you have there. Y'all better know it. It's German made. A genuine Solingen. Isn't that where they make knives? Yeah, just a bit. I'm not Southern. So, what's that device you have stuck to the camera? You want me to keep trying, or just speak normally? Huh? Device? Your camera went off all by itself when I fired my party popper. Oh, that? That mic triggers the shutter whenever it detects certain sounds. It's programmed to pick up loud noises right now. A programmable camera? Neat. Lotta's camera added to the court record. Alright. I'll fail until I get it right, I guess. Lotta's camera, set to automatically take a picture when a loud noise is detected, faces the lake. Well, I guess that's that. Nothing changed. Let's go to the boat rental shop. Oh, is this guy? December 25th, boat rental shop. Nick, what is this place? A boat rental shop. Closed for Christmas, it seems. I guess a murder taking place on one of the boats won't be good for business either. Boats. I've never ridden on a boat. Really? Well, how about we go out on one when the trial is finished? Hey, good idea. You bet. Alright. A small boat rental shop. Doesn't look like anyone is around. They're probably closed because it's Christmas. Nothing here. There's more forest off that way. I doubt I'd find any clues in there. There are some boats floating at the dock. Was one of these boats used in the murder, I wonder? Nick? Huh? I changed my mind. I don't really want to go for a boat ride. Well, alrighty then. There's nothing here. Not really that much to do. Let's check out. Oh, right. December 25th, Police Department, Criminal Affairs. Looks like Detective Gumshoe isn't here. Something wrong, miss? Turning yourself in? Okay, what did you do? Shoplifting? Larceny? Public indecency? No, none of those things. We're looking for Detective Gumshoe. Is he around? Gumshoe? Oh yeah, he's in a meeting right now. I don't think he'll be out anytime soon. Okay, we'll come back. You do that. Oh, and go straight home and stay out of trouble. No more shoplifting. You got that? Do I look like a criminal or something? This little dude here. Hey, is that the police department's mascot? That's the Blue Badger. It was my idea. I made it. It's my mascot. I see. How nice. I'll get him assigned mascot of the Criminal Affairs Department, if it's the last thing I do. Good luck. I think it's this guy. These are the detectives' desks. There are computers and files on each one. Funny, they're a lot tidier than I'd expect. I guess the detectives don't spend a lot of time at their desks. Alright. guess that's it. Actually, this must be the chief of the detectives here. He's glued to his computer screen. What? Gord Lake? Gordy sighted. I don't believe it. Shouldn't you be reading something more important? Alright. Let's see if... Did you do it? Edgeworth, this is really hard for me to ask. But you didn't do it, right? Right? Think what you will. I have only one request. Huh? Stay out of this case. Why? But Nick is trying to help you. I know that. But I don't want your help, okay? Why not? Look, just go away and leave me alone. Nick. Mr. Edgeworth did it, didn't he? Maya, let's go investigate elsewhere. But, Nick. Alright. Okay. Alright, let's see. There's nothing else we can really do. Hey. You got anything else to say? We got a camera, but that's about it. This sign says no camping. Funny place to pitch your tent. Wait, what if the sign said no setting tents on fire? I don't think they have signs like that. Oh. This camera's rigged to respond to noise, but it only responds to loud noises, like a party popper. Yep, and that was it. Lotta? Yeah? So, your camera, it triggers on loud explosion noises? Yep. Actually, the victim in the case we're researching, he was shot with a pistol. A pistol? Right. Now, wouldn't a gunshot make a similar noise to our party popper? I guess it would. Your camera didn't get a picture of the murder, did it? Hey, y'all are pretty bright. Huh? I see what you're saying. Tell you what, I'll have a look-see at my film. It would have been a photo taken late last night. I checked them once. Don't remember if there was anything on them, though. But what if I got something? It could be a witness to a genuine murder. Yeehaw! I'll go check that film. Y'all come back now, you hear? She went inside her SUV. I guess we should come back later. Alright. Let's come back immediately later, see if that works. No, didn't work. Alright, let's... figure out someplace to go. What about here? Yeah, there we are. December 25th, Police Department, Criminal Affairs. I guess Detective Gumshoe is still in that meeting. Hey! Thanks for coming down, pal. Detective Gumshoe. We just finished the meeting. For better or for worse. I get the feeling we're in for some bad news. Do you know anything about the victim yet? No, still can't ID him. Has Mr. Edgeworth said anything? Not a word. So, how did the meeting go? I can't tell you, pal. You're a lawyer. True. You know, I don't know what to believe anymore. Sure, Mr. Edgeworth's human, like you or me. Still, I get the feeling that if he'd done something wrong, he wouldn't go hiding it. That's just the kind of guy he is. Why can't anyone else see that? So, they think that Mr. Edgeworth did it? Well, the trial's starting tomorrow, as scheduled. I see. Hey. In the end, you did tell us about the meeting. Don't go telling anyone else, pal. Yes, sir. And do me a favor. Stand by Mr. Edgeworth. He needs help, and you're the ones to help him. I'm sure he's got some reason why he won't talk to us. Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. Detective Gumshoe, how come you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? Well, I think that was obvious. We got a strong working relationship, us two. We trust each other, and that's how it works. Working relationship? See, Mr. Edgeworth always gets his defendants declared guilty every time. Yeah, his methods might be a little extreme at times. But there's a reason. He trusts our investigation, see? He trusts us to get to the right man. That's why I work extra hard, pal. We've got to earn that trust he placed in us. I see. Mr. Edgeworth is the man you can trust, and you have my word on that. Alright. I was wondering, did you ever get that autopsy report? Oh, that? Yeah, I made a copy for you. Autopsy report added to the court record. Time of death, sometime on the 24th or 25th. Cause, 1 bullet shot to the heart. It's kind of vague. Thank you. Nick? Huh? Can you show me that photo of the victim? That face. Someone you know? I don't know. I just have this feeling that I met him somewhere a long time ago. Alright. Sorry, I'm drawing a blank right now. Fair enough. Alright. Maybe she developed the pictures by now. Let's go check. Yep, there we are. December 25th, Gourd Lake Woods. Hey, y'all! Lotta! Wait up a sec. We got bingo. Bingo? My automatic camera took 2 pictures last night. Hey. This is them. Take a look. Wait. See? See? He's shooting him with that pistol. It looks like that, yes. But you can't really tell who that is shooting. Yeah, well, there was enough fog out there last night to strangle a bullfrog. But, you know, seeing these photos remind me of something. What? I saw the murder happen. I'm a witness. What? Are you serious? Of course. How do you forget? Never mind. You all reckon I should tell the cops? I reckon so. I reckon so. What's that? Now don't you all go trying to mock my accent. I'm a sensitive lady. Hey, so I'm off to talk to the cops. Y'all can have this photo. Later. Wait, Lotta. What? Can't y'all see I'm kind of busy? Tell us what you saw too, please. That's right, honey. But I wasn't born yesterday. I'm a witness, and that means I'm on the side of justice, and that means the cops. I'd sooner eat the south side of a northbound skunk than tell you. Lotta. Don't let it get your skivvies in a bunch. Friends today, enemies tomorrow. Or was that the other way around? No matter. I'm gone. Hey, maybe they'll let me do some testifying. Hot darn. She left. Well, that's one more witness. What do we do now, Nick? Well, if she saw something, there's not much we can do about it. The question is, what exactly did she see? I guess we'll find out in the trial tomorrow. Lake photo added to the court record. Taken automatically on 12/25 at 12:15 a.m. Alright then. December 25th, at Cord Lake Public Beach. Looks like the police have given up their interviewing. Hey. Yes? Dick, I think Santa's mad at you. Long time no see, Nick. Nick, you know Santa? Wow, Nick and St. Nick. Hey, I see the connection. Don't be ridiculous. Dude, it's me. Larry? What are you doing here? Isn't it obvious? I'm working my day job. I sell samurai dogs. Want one? Gotta get money for dates, you know. My girl Kianse deserves the best. Kianse? Not another model, I hope. Oh, Kianse's a fine, fine woman, Nick. It was her idea that I wear this costume. She was all, "You go, girlfriend," you know? She bought this costume for me. That's great, Larry. Wow, a Santa costume. She must be really nice. Whoa, cute. Nick, who's she? She's not your... Not my... What? No, she's not. I'm his partner, Maya Fey. I'm, the little sister. Sister? Wow, Nick, must be tough. I'm working 9 to 5, having to take care of a little sister. No, I'm not Nick's sister. I'm my older sister's little sister. Huh. Sounds great. Don't worry, Maya. He's not listening. Larry Butts, everybody. What happened? Hey, Larry. There was a murder here last night. And since you work here, have you heard anything? Nick, you're wasting your time. Last night was Christmas Eve. It was with Kianse, obviously. You wouldn't have been standing out here in the cold. I think what you just said caught him off guard, Maya. No, it's just... Kianse's not in town right now. She's in Hawaii on a photo shoot. A model. I knew it. Well, anyway, there's a murder here on the lake. The trial's tomorrow. Huh. Neat. The defendant is Edgeworth. Miles Edgeworth. Nick? Why would Larry know Edgeworth? Whoa, Nick! You don't mean that Miles Edgeworth? Old Edgy? Yeah, he's a murder suspect. Whoa, murder? Huh? You know Mr. Edgeworth, Larry? Yeah, of course. Edgy was in the same class as us in grade school. What? Talk about those samurai dogs. Tell me about the dogs. Huh? Oh, you mean the samurai dogs? Where are they samurai dogs? I mean, they kind of look gourd-shaped. Oh, well, originally they were gourd dogs. You know, like guard dogs. Ouch. The samurai thing was Kianse's idea. Oh, she's my woman, you know? She was all, change the name and you go, girlfriend. She made me that banner. Man, the kids can't get enough of those samurai dogs. Something about that just seems wrong. Oh, and guess what? We're getting a ton of customers here at the lake. What with the big news? The big news? Yeah, Gordy. Gordy? Let's talk about Gordy. What's Gordy? Huh? You mean you don't know? It's here, in this very lake. A giant, mysterious monster. Gordy. Monster? Yeah. Check it out. This is an article from yesterday's newspaper. There's a photo. Wow, that's really real. Nick, a monster. A real monster. Yeah. It's probably just a log or something, right? Hey, there's a quote here from the person who took the photo. What's this? I set the camera to automatic, and when we got into the frame, I heard a loud bang, like an explosion, followed by the sound of something slipping into the water. wish I could have seen it. Why would there be a sound like an explosion? Larry, could I borrow this article from you? Sure, no problem. That'll be $1 million. 1 million? Grow up, Larry. Gordy article added to the court record. Article about a monster sighted at Gourd Lake. I guess we can talk about Edgeworth now. So, Mr. Edgeworth was your classmate, Larry? Yeah, Nick, Kim, and I used to hang out all the time. Wow, I never knew. Don't get me wrong, he's always been kind of a stick in the mud. Studying all the time, trying to be like father. Like his father? Yeah, Edgy's pop was a famous defense lawyer back in the day. Wow. Wait. You said defense lawyer. Yeah. Wait a second. But Mr. Edgeworth is a prosecuting attorney. What? Edgy's got a proboscis on his knee? No, he's a prosecuting attorney. That's like the total opposite of a defense lawyer. Huh. Go figure. He always used to talk about defending the weak who were unable to defend themselves. Man, he used to go on and on about man's duty to society and all that. What a bore. I wonder what changed his mind, though. Do you know, Nick? Nick? Well... Do you know anything about this? What's this? You know, my eyes have been getting pretty bad lately, Nick. Actually, the photo's blurry, Larry. It was taken last night. Last night? Guess you don't know anything. Sorry, Nick. I don't know much about that. I'm just a simple vendor of samurai dogs. Dig? But you gave me the newspaper, man. Alright, let's go somewhere else. I still want this boat rental shop to do something. I can't remember when that happens. Ah, well. Alright, maybe we can go get something. Go meet Edgeworth, maybe. Nope. He ain't there. There we are. December 25th. Police Department. Criminal Affairs. Not a Gumshoe in sight. If you're looking for Detective Gumshoe, he's in the questioning room. Apparently, an important witness turned up. He'll be in there a while. A lot of heart. It has to be. Uh-oh. Okay. What do I do now? What is it? Oh. Nothing. Just something's been bothering me. Could you show me that autopsy report once more? Hey, I remember now. This guy. He's a lawyer that was at the that office Mia. He's a lawyer that was at that office Mia worked at. I met him once when I went there to hang out with Sis. That office? Wait. You mean Grossberg's office? Right, that guy. That was the last name I expected to come up. Maybe I should go talk to him, for old time's sake. Alright, let's go do that then. December 25th, Grossberg Law Offices. That old familiar clearing of the throat. Aha! You're Mia's something, are you not? That was her understudy, yes. Phoenix Wright. Aha! And you're Mia's something too, are you not? Her little sister, yes. You've grown. You've come to look at a lot like your sister, you know? It takes me back. The days of my youth, like the scent of fresh lemon, you see. Mr. Grossberg, sir? Yes, I beg your pardon. Of course you came here to discuss something. What is it then? Something the matter? Maybe? What happened? There was a murder last night. A murder? You haven't heard? I just got up, you see. Well, Miles Edgeworth shot someone with a pistol. Edgeworth? What? Who did he shoot? Well, the identity of the victim is still unknown. This is terrible news indeed. I guess he hadn't heard anything. That painting. Mr. Grosberg, whatever happened to that painting? Oh, yes. I don't think it shall ever be coming back home to this office. I can't exactly claim it as stolen. I suppose it's my just desserts. Old, bitter desserts. Fair enough. I think this one, I think, is what we need to show. Strange. I feel as though I've seen this man somewhere before. Did you remember? He's a lawyer. Here, in my office. That's Hammond. Robert Hammond. Mr. Hammond? And you say is this the man Miles Edgeworth shot? Alright. While we're here. So, this is the moment the crime took place, eh? Yes. You can't really say for sure that's Edgeworth. I'm not sure whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. Not sure at all. My apologies. I'm not sure I can help you with that. Fair enough. Not many can. Who is this Hammond guy anyway? Mr. Hammond. He was the defense attorney in that case. That case? Yes, the DL6 incident. DL6? Why does that sound so familiar? Perhaps you remember? I'm sure someone mentioned it during the trial for Mia's murder. That was the incident where the police were so at a loss they used a spirit medium. Wait, you don't mean... Was that medium my mother? Yes, my dear. The spirit medium, Misty Fay, your mother, contacted the spirit of the victim. But the case was a loss. No conviction was made. The DL6 incident. Yes. Happened 15 years ago. A very strange case indeed. They never caught the criminal, right? Correct. Misty Fay used her powers to talk to the spirit of the late victim. Her testimony led to charges being laid against one man. But Mr. Hammond won the case, and the suspect was declared innocent. And the police blamed my mother, calling her a fraud. You were the one who helped her out then, right, Mr. Grosberg? Yes, quite. Thank you. No, please, don't mention it. DL6. Never thought I'd hear that name again. But wait, what does that case have anything to do with Mr. Edgeworth? It has everything to do with Mr. Edgeworth, my dear. The victim in the DL6 incident was none other than his father, Gregory Edgeworth. But what? His father? If you want to know more, you should ask him yourself. Show him this. I'm sure he'll talk to you. Wait. This is a photograph of my mother. Misty Fay's photo added to the court record. An old photograph, DL6 incident, Exhibit A, is written on the back. Alright. Let's go talk to Edgeworth then. December 25th. Detention Center. Visitor's room. What's this? I was hoping you'd gotten my message the first time. Edgeworth, what about your defense? It's no concern of yours. Guess he hasn't found anyone yet. Edgeworth? It's only been a matter of hours since you last visited. Yet you've made incredible progress in your investigation. That been too bad. I'll admit it. I'm impressed, right? You're always single-minded in your work, though. Once you start on something, you always see it through, don't you? About the DL6 incident. Right, DL6. I didn't want you to find out about it. That is why I refused your offer to defend me. I'm sorry if it sounded like I thought you weren't up to the job. I just wanted to keep you away from DL6. So, do you still think it would have been better for me to stay away? I don't know. But I see no point in hiding anything from you now. Very well. Ask whatever you like, and I will answer to the best of my abilities. The DL6 incident. The DL6 incident was when my father died. Right before my eyes. He was shot and killed, and I saw it all. My memories from that time are foggy. I suppose it's a self-defense mechanism. In any case, a suspect was arrested. A man. It's pretty clear he was the only one who could have killed my father. The spirit medium they used to talk to my late father said the same thing. It was an attorney by the name of Robert Hammond that cleared the suspect's name. And Hammond is the victim of the Gourd Lake murder? Correct. That spirit medium. That was my mom. What? You mean you're... It's strange. I thought that terrible incident was about to end, and now, this. About to end? The DL6 incident happened 15 years ago. 15 years ago, on December 28th. December 28th? The statute of limitations on the case runs out in 3 days. What? Nick, what does that mean? When a case's statute of limitation runs out legally, the case never happened. 3 days from now, DL6 will be closed. Forever. What happened to the suspect? The one who got off innocent? I don't know. He disappeared from public view. Nobody knows where to. If he's still alive, he'd be about 50 years old now. I guess I can understand why he'd go into hiding. It'd be hard to live a normal life after being a murder suspect in such a big case. So, was your father a lawyer? He was. Gregory Edgeworth. He was quite famous at the time, apparently. So, you were sort of trying to follow in his footsteps? I'd rather not talk about it. Who would have thought there'd be a photo? Edgeworth, did you shoot him? What do you think, Wright? I don't think you're the kind to point a gun at anyone. No. So you didn't shoot him? No, I didn't. It wasn't me. Right. It pains me to ask you this now. I know. He wants to defend you. Yes. Will you? Nah. Who could have guessed this day would come? Not me. This is my chance to finally pay you back. Pay him back? Pay me back? For what? I don't remember ever doing anything for you. Never mind. I guess you don't really need to know. Huh. My letter of request. Please give it to Detective Gumshoe. Edgeworth's request. Document proving Edgeworth's request for an attorney. Edgeworth's request put into the pocket. Well, I guess we should. What's that? Earthquake! Nick! It's a big one! It's coming down. That was scary. Huh? Where's Edgeworth? There. He's on the floor in a ball, shivering. I guess he doesn't do so well with earthquakes. I've heard of running, but curling up into a ball? Well, I guess we're done. Mr. Edgeworth doesn't seem like he's going to stand up anytime soon. Let's go, Nick. Right. We have to give Edgeworth's letter of request to Detective Gumshoe. Miles Edgeworth, everybody. December 25th. Police Department. Criminal Affairs. What's going on here? What's wrong, Detective? This wild lady comes in here just a while ago. Says she came to talk to y'all after hearing what Mr. Wright had to say. What's this all about, pal? Lot of heart. Why are you going around finding more witnesses? You want to give Mr. Edgeworth a death sentence, pal? No, not at all. Just, I mean, she didn't see something. There's nothing I can do about that. She did see something. I can't go around covering up evidence. You trying to say something about the way I do my job? No, sir. Look what I got. Hey, you did it, pal. Glad I waited till the last minute to file those papers. I'll rip them up and start new ones for you. Thanks, Detective. Well, we'll see you in court tomorrow then. Good luck, pal. Hey. You guys feel that earthquake a little while back? I was worried. Worried? We're fine. I've lived out here my whole life. I'm pretty used to them by now. No, I wasn't worried about you two. I was worried about Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, right. He did seem to overreact a little, now that you mention it. Yeah, well, I'm not surprised. It was a pretty big quake. I'm gonna go check on him. You two go eat and get your rest for tomorrow's trial. Later. I wonder what it is with Mr. Edgeworth and earthquakes. I wonder. He was never that scared of them when he was in school. Then again, I only really got to know him in 4th grade. He transferred to another school after that. I wonder what happened to Edgeworth. To be continued. Hey, hey, hey. You feel like we're playing a dating sim? Uh-huh. Oh, that reminds me, I was looking at, like, things I could try and play around. Other games and stories to work with. And one of them that came to my attention was, I think it was Hatoful Boyfriend? Basically, the one with pigeons. The dating sim where everybody is just a pigeon. Figured that might be an interesting one to try out. Completely random and absurd, but why not? I don't have it. I'd have to get it later on, but just trying to think ahead about other things we could do. And yeah, you guys got any dating sims or novels or other interesting things you want me to try that I'm allowed to stream? That's the very important clarification. I'll look into it. Maybe give it a shot. Currently, I've got a hell of a lineup. Umineko and Higurashi and Danganronpa and such going on too. So, yeah, well. And Phoenix Wright. I'll toss it on the list and get to things when I can. December 26th, 9:44 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. It's unironically good, due to being very ironic. Rather ironic, don't you think? I know nothing about the game other than it has pigeons and it's a dating sim. That's literally the extent of my knowledge on that game. Karma? That's right. Montford von Karma. He's the best prosecutor there is. He hasn't lost a case in his 40-year career. He is a god of prosecution, right? A god. Not a single case? He'll do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. Sounds like someone else I know. Edgeworth. You don't understand. Oh, that also reminds me. I mean, he'll really do anything. Manfred von Karma is a man to be feared. It's quite a claim coming from someone who forges evidence. He taught me what it really means to prosecute. I don't know. We'll have to try it to find out. What? Just picture a prosecutor as vicious as me, multiplied by a factor of 10. So was he your teacher then, Mr. Edgeworth? Something like that. And now he's trying to get you found guilty? What a creep. Oh, wait. Maybe he's planning on losing on purpose to help me out. Not a chance. He hasn't lost once in 40 years. 40 years. He's as ruthless as me, times 20. That's pretty ruthless. Like I said, he's a god among prosecutors. I guess that's something like Mia was to me. Speaking of Mia. Maya? Uh-huh. We could really be using Mia's help right now, don't you think? Oh. I can't. Sorry, I tried. I really tried, but I couldn't reach. You couldn't reach? I think it's because I haven't been training. My powers are weak again. Oh man, what bad timing. I'm really sorry. I'll try my best. I hope so. What are you whispering about? Oh, it's nothing. Well, it's time. Let's head in. Yeah, there's one thing I wanted to show you guys. December 26th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 3. Gotta wait till after that. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Give me 1 sec. I can't, it's not here, that's what it was. Okay. But, remind me at the end of the stream and I can show it up to you. But this Phoenix Wright version has multiple languages. Chinese, Korean, Japanese, French, German, and English, and I think one more or something. And the objection and the hold it are voiced in another language, and it's pretty cool sorting through them. But I'll show you later. I can't read anything when I change the language, but it's neat hearing it. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Von Karma, is the prosecution ready? Fool. You seriously think that I would stand here prepared? Here, were I not completely prepared? Right. My apologies. He's even got the judge scared. Very well. Your opening statement, please. It's an Einspruch. Yep, that was it. Decisive evidence. A decisive witness. What else could possibly be required? Nothing, of course. That should be fine. The prosecution may call its first witness. What's with this guy? Is he royalty or something? How am I supposed to fight against this? I call the detective in charge of this case, Detective Dick Gumshoe. Okay, Gumshoe's first. Let's see how this goes. Describe the incident, now. Yes, sir. Detective Gumshoe looks nervous. Please take a look at the map. The murder happened late Christmas Eve, around midnight. There was one boat in the very middle of the lake. There were 2 men on the boat. Now, there happened to be a woman camping here on the edge of the lake. At 12:10 a.m., she heard 2 pistol shots. Then the boat started to move. It went towards the boat rental shop. Overhead map of Gourd Lake. Added to the court record. Testify to the court about the arrest. Now. Wait, Mr. Von Karma. Yes? Actually, I'm the one that's supposed to be handling these proceedings. Wrong. There's only one thing you need to do here. You will slam down your gavel and say the word guilty. That is your role. Yes, of course. You're quite right. No, he's not. Witness testimony. The arrest of Edgeworth. A man called into the station around 30 minutes after midnight. We headed to the scene of the crime as fast as we could. That's where we found Mr. Edgeworth. Now, I didn't suspect him of anything at all, but the next morning a body was found in the lake. So we had to arrest Mr. Edgeworth. I see. Very well. Begin your cross-examination, attorney. Now. Cross-examination. The arrest of Edgeworth. A man called into the station around 30 minutes after midnight. You received a call from a man? Yep. But you said there was a woman camping there. She was the one who heard the 2 gunshots, right? Objection. That woman and the man who called in the report are 2 different people, obviously. Different people? There were 2 witnesses. Their testimonies were quite similar, I believe. However, today I've summoned the woman who was camping. The woman who was camping. A lot of heart. What happened next, detective? We headed to the scene of the crime as fast as we could. Hold it. How long was it between receiving the report and your arrival at the lake? Well, I'd say it was about 3 minutes. That's pretty fast. Our motto for the month is, get there quick. Objection. Detective, you will refrain from casually revealing department secrets. Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. I look forward to your next year's salary review. So much to look forward to these days. This is no time for dejected daydreaming. Continue. Yes, sir. That's where we found Mr. Edgeworth. What was Mr. Edgeworth like when you saw him then? Well, from what I saw, he looked pretty relaxed. Not like a murderer at all, really. Objection. Detective, the court requires the facts, not your opinion. How many years have you been on the force? Facts only, detective. Hard, cold, objective facts. Yes, sir. Man, he's got his share of objections. Now, I didn't suspect him of anything at all. Hold it. Why didn't you think he was suspicious? You should know. We have a deep, trusting relationship with the prosecutors. Objection. Detective, this court isn't interested in your musings. Deep, trusting, poppycock. I've never heard so many flippant comments from an active detective on the force. Detective Gumshoe doesn't look so good. Continue. Now. But the next morning, a body was found in the lake. Did you find any clues on the body? A single bullet was recovered from the body. He was shot through the heart, fatally. Judge, here's the bullet. It didn't strike bone, so its shape is well preserved. Very well. The court accepts this bullet into evidence. Pistol bullet, found in the victim's body, fired from a .22 caliber pistol. Pistol bullet added to the court record. So we had to arrest Mr. Edgeworth. Why is that? Well, we found the murder weapon in the boat. The murder weapon? A pistol. Detective Gumshoe. That is a vital piece of information. Please revise your testimony. Right. Sorry, Your Honor. The murder weapon we found in the boat was decisive evidence. What about the pistol made it decisive evidence? Yeah, it's the same evil laugh as Edgeworth. There were fingerprints on the pistol found in the boat. They were clear prints from Mr. Edgeworth's right hand.
What?
Order. Order. So, Mr. Edgeworth's fingerprints were found on the murder weapon? Yes, Your Honor. Judge, this is the weapon in question. Accepted into evidence. Pistol added to the court record. The murder weapon, .22 caliber, fired 3 times. Bears prints from Edgeworth's right hand. Members of the court, we now have the pistol used in the murder and the bullet found in the body. Detective.
Yes, sir.
Was the bullet found in the body fired from this pistol?
Yes.
The ballistics marking on the bullet matched the pistol.
Hey, Nick. What does he mean, ballistic markings?
Shocking. To imagine someone here does not know something as basic as ballistics marking.
Nick, he's glaring at me.
Very well. I'll explain. Actually, Judge, you do it.
Me?
Ballistic markings are like the fingerprints of a gun. The barrel leaves distinctive marks on each bullet it fires. You can examine these ballistic fingerprints to see which gun fired the shot. It's quite accurate. Indeed. This leads to one inevitable conclusion. The bullet found in the victim's heart was without a doubt fired from this pistol. This pistol, which, as you may recall, was covered with the defendant's own fingerprints. Order. Order. This is bad. This makes it look like Edgeworth did it. Well, Judge? I'd say it's almost decisive, yes. Honestly, I could declare a verdict at this point. However, you wish to hear the witness speak, no doubt. Very well. I am somewhat fatigued, and so I will take a brief break. I will call my witness after the recess, which will last 10 minutes. Judge.
Yes?
What are you doing? A 10-minute recess. Now.
But wait,
Just bang your flimsy gavel and get on with it, man.
Yes.
This court will take a 10-minute recess.
Who's running this court anyway?
Manfred von Karma, everybody. December 26, 1109. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2.
Edgeworth, what's going on here? Your fingerprints were on the murder weapon?
And that foggy photo makes one thing clear. The only one who could have shot that man was the person in the photo. True. Was that you in the boat? Yes. It was me.
What?
But you must believe me. I didn't shoot him.
Then who did?
I don't know.
You don't know? Weren't you right there?
I heard a gunshot from very close by. Then, the other man fell from the boat. I can't say why, but I thought at the time that he had shot himself.
You mean it was a suicide?
That's the only explanation I can come up with. Huh.
How am I gonna convince anyone of that?
Say, Maya?
Huh? What?
Any progress with Mia? Oh, sorry. It's no good. I know. I'm no good for anything, am I, Nick? If I can't call my sister, I might as well not be here, right? No, of course not. I need you here. I can see you're always trying to help out. Even if you don't actually help. It's a thought that counts, right? It's okay, Nick. You don't have to make me feel better. I don't know anything about trials or defense. What's more, I'm a spirit medium who can't even contact spirits. Everyone has their off days. I mean, I've just been getting lucky lately. But you never know when my luck is gonna run out.
Really? Oh, Right. Don't jinx the case any more than it already is. It's bad for my heart. Oh? Oh, sorry. Whoops.
Sorry, Edgeworth. Court is back in session. Mr. Von Karma, call your witness. Yes. Well, Miss Slyda Hart, take the stand. Slyda Hart, you are a research student at a university. That I am. Good. Begin by telling us what you saw the night of the incident. And don't add anything trivial or subjective. Understand? Yeah, I'll need to learn some manners. Understand? Yeah, I understand. I understand. Very well. Your testimony, please. Witness testimony. Witness's account. It was Christmas Eve, just after midnight, I reckon. I was in my car. I heard this bang come up from the lake. When I looked out the window, I saw two gents in a boat. Then there was another bang. There wasn't nary a thing on the lake but that boat. Enough. Huh? Judge, she happened to take a photo of the incident. This is that photo. Accepted as evidence. Well, this is a surprise. This looks like the very moment of the murder. Order. I will remove people from this courtroom if I do not have order immediately. As the witness testified, she looked at the lake when she heard the shot. There were no other boats on the lake. So, the man in the boat with the victim must have been the one who shot him. Yes, it was the defendant, Miles Edgeworth. Order, order, order. I will have order. Well, Judge, the evidence is decisive. I have very little doubt about this case. Very well. This court finds the defendant... Objection! Wait, Your Honor. I haven't cross-examined the witness yet. A cross-examination? We have photographic proof. What question can there possibly be? This photo is worth 1,000 words, and they all read guilty. You lose. Or, do you claim to have found a contradiction in her testimony? Very well. If you have to, you may cross-examine the witness. You will only flounder and ask meaningless questions. You will fail to find anything. And then, I will have you held in contempt of court. Nick? Contempt? Contempt of court. You know, I guess I understand. Well, what are you gonna do? Do you really think there was a contradiction with the facts in her testimony? I think there was. I think I noticed one little thing. Wow, I'm impressed, Nick. I didn't notice anything. Any of you guys pick up on what it was? Right. Let's take him on. Yeah. I got a bad feeling about this. I understand. I will cross-examine the witness. Very well. I pray for your sake this isn't a waste of time. It's not, Your Honor. Trust us. Right? Witness's account. It's Christmas Eve, just after midnight, I reckon. Just after midnight, you say. In other words, it was no longer Christmas Eve, but Christmas Day. Huh? Yeah, well, yes. Objection. I know you want to find contradictions, but really... I hope your next contradiction is a little more relevant to the trial. Witness, continue your testimony. I was in my car. Why were you camping there anyway? I'm a research student at my university. I was taking pictures to use in my research. What research? This all sounds suspicious. Miss Hart, could you be more specific about your research? Objection. What does the witness's motive in camping by the lake have to do with this case? The answer is nothing. I object to this line of questioning. Objection sustained.
Wait, no, I'm the one who says that.
Well, then say it already. Objection sustained.
Thanks for nothing, Your Honor.
I heard this bang come up from the lake. What? So you weren't looking at the lake at that time? Nope. I looked after I heard that noise. Objection. She said that already. I asked you to find contradictions, not to leisurely chat with a witness. When I looked out the window, I saw two gents in a boat. Oh. Could you clearly see the two men? Just look at the picture. Clear enough for you? Uh-oh. Wait a second. I wasn't asking you about the photo. I was asking if you saw the two men. Yeah, well, of course. Objection. The witness has testified that she saw them. There's also a photo. You'd best look elsewhere for your precious contradictions. He jumped in quick. He's hiding something. Then there was another bang. Were you watching the very moment the shot rang out? Well, yeah, sure. Objection. You're asking meaningless questions. Meaningless. Contradictions, Mr. Wright, not meaningless babble. On Karma, I think I hate you. He's trying to keep me from talking to the witness. To what end? There wasn't nary a thing on the lake but that boat. Are you sure about that? Yeah, sure as a country gal can be. That sounds pretty sure. How come you're so sure? Well, heck, I scanned the whole lake. Scan the whole lake? Almost sounds like she was more interested in the lake than the boat. Miss Hart, you... Objection. Mr. Wright, the witness has answered the question in full. No need for further questions. Objection sustained. That's what I'm... Sustained. Yes, of course. Yeah, great. Enough. I think we've heard all we need to hear, Mr. Wright. It seems you are unable to find a contradiction in the testimony worth noting. But, Your Honor... You keep your promise. Mr. Wright, I'm afraid that I will have to penalize any further outbursts by holding you in contempt of court. And if that happens, you'll have to leave the courtroom immediately. Understood? Uh-huh. Nick, well, this testimony is fishy, Nick. Real fishy. I know what you mean, but I can't say anything. What can I do? I believe we've covered the evidence sufficiently to make a decision. Then, pass your judgment. Very well. Mr. Miles Edgeworth, please take the stand. Who was that? It was me. Maya. Is something wrong? Do you need to use the facilities? No, I do not. Lotta Hart, your testimony stinks. It's unclear whether you were actually looking at the lake. It's highly doubtful that you actually saw Mr. Edgeworth. Tell us the truth. This is a matter of life or death. Lotta, did you really clearly see Mr. Edgeworth that night? Did you see him fire that pistol? You will stand down. The court does not acknowledge the defense's outburst. Answer me, Lotta. What's the big idea treating me like some kind of criminal? I saw him. I swear it. I saw Edgeworth. Objection. Enough. Judge, declare the defense in contempt of court. Yes. Yes, of course. I'm sorry, but you were warned. Guard, escort Mr. Wright out of the room. He is in contempt of court and must leave. No. No. Wait. I was the one who made the outburst, Your Honor. Nick is innocent. Ha. What's the difference? All that remains is for the guilty verdict to be declared. Isn't that right, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Wrong. What? Didn't you hear what Miss Hart just said? She said she clearly saw Mr. Edgeworth. That was not in the testimony. That changes her testimony, and I have a right to cross-examine her again. Order. 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 You're in contempt of court. It's too late for wild claims. Judge, sustain my objection. I'm sorry, Mr. Von Karma, but I cannot. What? Miss Lotta Hart has made a new testimony. The defense does have a right to cross-examine her again. But he is in contempt of court. No, I am. If you're going to arrest someone, arrest me. Very well. Maya Fey, you will leave the courtroom immediately. Nick, I did what I could. You have to do the rest. Good luck. Maya. I care not for this melodrama. Listen well, Mr. Wright. I do not tolerate badgering of my witness. I'm running out of time. Better find a contradiction in here or else. Von Karma is slipping, indeed. Mr. Wright, begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination. That last statement. I saw it clear as day. The man on the boat was Mr. Edgeworth. That's it? Uh-oh. I don't know if I can find anything in that. I can't squander Maya's efforts either. Saw it clear as day. The man on the boat was Mr. Edgeworth. Well, what about the other man? Objection. You cannot expect to be allowed to blithely ignore your promise, Mr. Wright. I believe you claimed there was a contradiction in the witness's testimony. Well, find it. If you can. Mr. Wright, I have to assign you a penalty. Damn. That's it? Don't squander Maya's effort either. Alright. Saw it clear as day. The man in the boat was Mr. Edgeworth. Well, let's not... This is all we got. Got you. Got you, Miss Hart. Finally. What? You got... what? Look at this photograph. The photo I took? The very same. There's something I want you to see in this photo. It's quite clearly visible. The fog, Miss Hart. So? This picture was taken with professional, high-quality film, correct? Yet even it could not capture the faces of the men on the boat. Yet you claim you saw Mr. Edgeworth. How? What? Mr. Wright has a point. Objection. That's why I told her not to say that in her testimony. Please. Yet now she has said it, Mr. Von Karma. How could you possibly see Mr. Edgeworth? Explain yourself. Miss Hart. What? Could you see the defendant that night? Of course. I said I could, and I meant I could. Then, please testify as to the circumstances of your sighting. I did it. Finally found a hole in Von Karma's carefully vague testimony. Carefully vague. Witness testimony. How Edgeworth was seen. You're right. It was a cold night and the fog was thick as grits. So, once I finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car. Still, I brought my binoculars with me. When I heard that noise out in the lake, I looked with my binoculars. See? No problem. You use binoculars? Very well. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. This one better be good. Cross-examination. How Edgeworth was seen. You're right. It was a cold night, and the mist was thick as grits. So, how could you see Edgeworth? Now just hold your horses for a second. You're hasty Yankee types that never find a gal where I'm from. Defense attorneys have trouble with that as it is. Nobody loves me. So, once I was finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car. Your camera? Yeah, it's got an automatic... Objection. The issue we are concerned with here is Miss Hart seeing Mr. Edgeworth. The camera has nothing to do with this at all. Objection sustained.
It's not letting her answer any of my questions.
Still, I brought my binoculars with me. Binoculars? Yeah, binoculars. Yesterday, you mentioned that you were out looking for shooting stars, correct?
Well, yeah.
Wouldn't you need a telescope, not binoculars for that? I've got doubts about your camera, too. Was that really to take pictures of meteor showers? Objection. The camera is irrelevant to this case.
You can't say that for certain.
Mr. Wright, is the camera really relevant to this case? If you believe it is, you may continue with this line of questioning. But know this. If you find nothing with this, there will be consequences. Well, Mr. Wright, do you wish to press further about the camera? Back off. Back off for now. Okay, Your Honor, I withdraw my question. I have to remember who I'm dealing with. I bet Von Karma wants to trap me so he can put me in contempt. I think I'll hang back for now and see what happens. Huh. When I heard that noise out on the lake, I looked out with my binoculars. If there was a heavy fog, how would binoculars change that at all? What do you mean? Hey! Hello, hello. Even binoculars can't see through fog. But you say you clearly saw him? I did. Yeah. Enough. There's no room for doubt in her testimony. She sounded pretty doubtful to me, but I have to find a clear contradiction first. I don't care how many von Karmic objections I get. I'm gonna find a hole in this testimony if it's the last thing I do. Alright. I think it was this one. Binoculars. Camera. Camera is irrelevant. If you believe it is, you may continue with this line of questioning. But know this. If you find nothing with this, there will be consequences. Well, Miss Wright, do you wish to press further about the camera? That's all I got, so this is make it or break it time. Have you played To the Moon? No, I don't believe I have. What's it about? I'm always interested in at least looking at new things. Sweet game, huh? So you played it too. I'll have to look into it. Enchanté. The camera is of utmost importance, Your Honor. It is, perhaps, the key to this entire case. Therefore, I will continue my line of questioning. Wow, maybe I went a little overboard there. Very well. Miss Hart, you will testify to the court about the camera. Yeah, I hear ya. The camera was set up to take pictures of a meteor shower. Miss Hart, what made you choose that lake to photograph meteors? You know the fog gets thick on that lake, and it's not very suited to stargazing. Yeah, well, you see, I guess I wasn't thinking too straight. Objection. Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness because of her challenged intellect. Now wait a minute. Continue your testimony. You were saying how it was that you saw Edgeworth. No unnecessary comments, please. Set up, take pictures of a meteor shower. I think we got it. Alright, well, that's all we got. Objection. Enchanté. It's harder to type accented letters on an American keyboard. There are none. You were photographing shooting stars? That's a lie. Says who? I saw the camera you set up yesterday. It was pointed directly at the lake. You have to point the camera upwards to take photos of the stars, Miss Hart. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? The witness was not at the lake to photograph shooting stars, Your Honor. Well then, what exactly was she photographing? I know. Your Honor, take a look at this. What was Miss Hart trying to photograph at the lake? Gordy. Miss Hart, this is what you were trying to photograph. What's this? A newspaper article? Gordy? Ah, the sighting at Gourd Lake. Well, Miss Hart? I never heard of no lake monster. You got proof or something? Let's see you prove that I was down at the lake trying to photograph this Gordy. Well, I don't have proof. Objection. Bah, your aptitude is entertaining, Mr. Wright, but enough is enough. I've had enough of these baseless claims made without a hair of evidence to support them. Objection. Well, alright, if that's how you want to play, I'll show you evidence. Mr. Wright, are you sure about this? I'm sure sick of that smarmy prosecutor putting me down. Or did he taunt me so I'd get mad and make a mistake? Very well, let's see it. And no joking around this time, please. What is proof that the witness is trying to photograph Gordy, the lake monster? Well, the article says it was cited with a bang. I've played these games before. I'm playing them for your entertainment mostly. And to play it again, also. They were pretty cool games. The proof in this is this article about Gordy, the lake monster. According to this article, when Gordy breaks through the water, it makes a loud noise. Which is why you set up your camera with that microphone. You had it set to respond to loud noises. And that's how you got this picture when the pistol fired. Order, order. I see. I too thought it was a little strange. Yeah, sure. Well, Miss Hart? You were camping there to try and take a photo of Gordy, weren't you? Yeah. Not bad. Were all you lawyers that smart? So, smart boy, I was down there trying to photograph Gordy. You got me. So what? Huh? That don't change what I saw, does it? Exactly. What you just used several precious minutes of our time to prove is nothing more than the witness is an idiot who thinks monsters exist. Hey! But as she so succinctly said, so what? It changes nothing. Not true. You were hiding the whole thing about Gordy for some reason. I know it. But what could it have been? Whatever it is, I'm getting to the bottom of this. Miss Hart, why did you hide the fact that you were searching for Gordy from the court? Please revise your testimony. Right. Fine. I'll testify. Won't change nothing, though. Something will change. It has to. And I'm going to spot it. Witness testimony. Loudest new testimony. I think this might be the last one. Actually, I'm not a research student at a university. I'm an investigative photographer. Imagine what a scoop it'd be if I got a picture of that monster. That's why I was camping out by the lake. That's all I was hiding. When I heard the bang, I looked straight out at the lake. Wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched the boat the whole time. Then I saw a flash near one of the men's hands, and I heard another gunshot. I was looking right at that boat the whole time. Crossed my heart and hoped to fry. Alright. Well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Objection. The witness's testimony is unchanged from before. Whether she is a research student or photographer has no bearing on this case. There is no need to waste more of our time with another pointless cross-examination. Objection. I claim the defense's right to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Montcalm up to something, I know it. He doesn't want me to cross-examine her because... Why? Was there a contradiction? Very well. You may begin the cross-examination. You seem sure of yourself. You must have something in mind. Huh. That would be a first. Very funny. You understand that this is your last chance at a cross-examination, Mr. Wright. If there's no problem with the testimony this time, we will let the witness leave. I will announce my verdict at that time, Mr. Wright. Understood? Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examination. Audit's new testimony. Actually, I'm not a research student at a university. I'm an investigative photographer. Imagine what a scoop it'd be if I got a picture of that monster. That's why I was camping out by the lake. But that's all I was hiding. Is it? I think it's time you told us why you felt you had to hide your true purpose at the lake. Heck, if word got out that I was up to, the lake would be swarming with competitors. Competitors? Yeah, second-rate shutterbugs trying to steal my scoop. Ah. Is that the only reason you were hiding the truth? Well, actually... Objection. Mr. Wright, I'll not have you asking questions with no relevance to this case. Whatever you say, Von Karma. I know you told her to keep quiet. When I heard the bang, I looked straight out at the lake. Exactly what sort of sound was it? Well, I never heard one before, so I can't say for sure, but it sounded like a gunshot. There's a lot sharper sound than I would have expected. There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched the boat the whole time. There wasn't much else to look at? Yep. I don't know. If you heard a bang, and she thought Gordy was out there, I kind of doubt she'd waste any time looking at a boat. What? What'd I do now? What are you giving me that look for? Definitely suspicious. Maybe it's time for some evidence. Witness, continue. Hold your hush puppies, Pops. I'm getting there. Then I saw a flash near one of the men's hands, and I heard another gunshot. Was there nothing on the lake but the boat at that time? Huh? Wait, so you're thinking maybe he was shot from some other place? I don't think so. Nope. The lake was smooth as glass, and nobody was on the shore neither. Better find some sort of contradiction in his testimony. Won't be able to beat Von Karma any other way. There has to be something. Investigative photography. A scoop. That's why I was camping up at the lake. That's all I was hiding. When I heard the bang, I looked right straight out at the lake. There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched the boat the whole time. Then I saw a flash in one of the man's hands, and I heard another gunshot. Oop, wrong button. Give me a sec. Straight out at the lake. Well, this is, I think, what I got here, so... Nope. Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence. It does? I don't see anything contradictory. Huh? Really? Objection overruled. Try to think before you make accusations, right? Whoops. That didn't go so well. Alright. How do we got this? This is, I think, the last one we got here. Well, let's try pressing the whole thing, then. Then what manner of person are you? I'm not sure I'm high-faultin' enough to be called a manner of anything. I'm an investigative photographer. An investigative photographer? Yep. You get your photo and sell it to the press. It's that kind of business. Hey, I was taking pictures at my sister's graduation last year. And guess what? What? There's a UFO just hanging in the sky. UFO? You know, an unidentified flying object. A UFO. That's when I had sort of a revelation. I knew I should become an investigative photographer. I see. Kind of a shaky basis for a career. Imagine what a scoop it'd be if I got a picture of that monster. Is Gordy really all that newsworthy? Heck yeah. They even had him up on the TV. I'm not sure that appearing on the local news as a Rumor of the Month segment qualifies. Last month's segment was Bigfoot sighted on Acorn Hill, I believe. Hey, they also had a picture of him in the newspaper. For real. Mr. Wright, this is one fight I do not believe you can win. Let's keep moving, shall we? Yes, Your Honor. So that's why I was camping out by the lake. That's why you put the automatic sensor on your camera? Yep. Borrowed it from a university professor. It analyzes every sound it picks up, and when it gets a bang, it snaps a shot. There we are. Yep. So, how many pictures has it taken so far? The only time the camera triggered was that night. There we are. That's all. When I heard the bang, I looked straight out at the lake. Wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched the boat the whole time. Then I saw a flash in one of the men's hands, and I heard another gunshot. Wrong button again. My bad. There. Come on. Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence. No, it doesn't. Try to think things before you make accusations, Mr. Wright. That didn't go so well. I know what I'm trying to say, but I can't figure out how to say it. No, let's keep trying. Come on. Witness statement is clearly faulty, Your Honor. I'm sorry, but I can see nothing faulty. Unfortunately, I'll have to penalize you, Mr. Wright. It must be on the wrong track. Where is it? What do I... Just... What is it? Any suggestions? That's all I was hiding. I think this is... Oh, the thing I see is that 2 bangs, so it should be 2 pictures. How do we tell that? Here's a good cop. I guess it's this. I'm kind of. Much else to look at. Just watch the boat the whole time. She's not there for the boat. That's what it is. Miss Hart, were you really looking at that boat? Sorry about that. What's with you? Because I was looking at it. It's the only thing out there. Any normal person would be looking at it. I agree. Any normal person would. But you are far from normal. What? You don't want to step over here and say that? You were camping at the lake to take a picture of Gordy. Think about it. What would you do if you heard a loud noise? You'd be scanning the lake for any sign of Gordy. That's what. You wouldn't give the boat a second thought. There we are. Order. Continue, Mr. Wright. You testified that you were watching the boat through binoculars.
However, you wouldn't need binoculars to watch that boat. You needed them to search for Gordy, and that's what you were doing. Well? Well, now that y'all mention it, I did sort of take my binoculars and kind of scan the lake a bit. I mean, Gordy might be out there and all. This heart. Are you saying that you were not watching the boat then? Sorry, Joel. I wasn't fibbing, really. I thought, I could be witness to a murder and all. I kind of got excited. I was sure I was watching that boat, till now. This is totally uncalled for. But hey, you got the photograph. You got proof. Still, we can't see we can't see who is shooting who in this. Right. That's why I took this photo and... Objection. Witness, that's enough. You've had a long day. Shut your pie hole. Shut my what? What was she gonna say? She took the photo and what? Wait a second. She even had a photograph to prove it. But you really can't tell from the photo who was shooting. That's why she said she's going to enlarge the photo. She said it'll drop the quality a mite, which should let us see who's who. She enlarged that photo. Why won't Von Karma let her show it? I've got a hunch. I bet that enlarged photo shows something bad for Von Karma. This is my chance. If I'm wrong, though, it'll mean prison for Edgeworth. Or worse. What should I do? Miss Hart, look at this photograph. You enlarged this photograph, did you not? Yeah, I did. Why has that enlargement not been presented to the court? Objection. Because it does not exist. What are you all talking about? You were the one who told me not to show it in court in the first place. You old fool. I think this is a minor story skip we got. What's the meaning of this, Mr. Von Karma? Miss Hart. Show the photo to the court. Show us the enlargement. Objection. The prosecution objects to the submission of this evidence. Objection denied. The witness will show the enlargement to the court. Here it is. You still cannot see who is firing in this. It could be the defendant, or maybe it's not. Regardless, I'll accept this as evidence. Lake photo added to the court record. Happy now, Mr. Wright? There has to be something. You asked for the enlargement. You got the enlargement. And little good it has done any of us. That's why I requested she not show it. I suppose this means that the cross-examination is over, obviously. Then I would like to choose to close the cross-examination of Miss Lotta Hart. And none too soon. That was a flagrant waste of my time. Mr. Von Karma, do you have anything to add? I stated everything I needed to when this trial began. Decisive evidence. A decisive witness. What else could possibly be required? Nothing, of course. Then, I believe it is time for me to declare my verdict. Wait, it's not supposed to go like this. There has to be a clue in this photo. Somewhere. This is bad. Real bad. What should I do? Object to the enlargement? Your Honor. There's something decidedly strange with this enlargement. That's what it is. I just realized it after I said it. Mr. Wright, you'll show the court what you mean. What about this photo is strange? Okay, here goes nothing. I'll show the judge what's strange about this photo. Any of you able to pick it up? Here, Your Honor. The shooter? I'm not sure I understand. What about the shooter is strange? Look at the hand holding the pistol, Your Honor. A hand? That hand directly contradicts another piece of evidence. This man's left hand does what? Let me show you. I'll show you the evidence that the left hand contradicts. Right hand of Edgeworth. The evidence is clear. The man in this photograph is holding that pistol in his left hand. However, the prints on the murder weapon were from Edgeworth's right hand. Ergo, the man shooting the pistol in this photograph is not Mr. Edgeworth. Now that everyone in the courtroom has quieted down, I'd like to reconvene this court of law. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? You have given us definitive proof today. We now know that it was not Mr. Edgeworth who fired the pistol that night. However, this leaves us with a rather large problem. If Mr. Edgeworth didn't do it, then who shot our victim? Precisely. As we have seen, there were no other people on the lake that night. Who but the defendant could have shot the victim? The victim himself. There's only one remaining explanation remaining. The man who shot the victim was none other than the victim himself. Order! Order! So, you're saying that the victim committed suicide? Yes, Your Honor. I can think of no other explanation. Indeed, that does seem to be the only remaining option. Objection. I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright, but suicide is out of the question. What? An examination of the victim's wound reveals the distance at which he was shot. The distance? The victim was clearly shot from further than a meter away. A meter? That's 3 feet. There's no way it could have been suicide. Order, order. Mr. Von Karma, are you sure of the accuracy of your data? Of course. I already considered the possibility of suicide, you see. Autopsy report updated in the court record. Time of death, sometime on the 24th, 25th, shot from approximately 1 meter away. I see. Very well. Allow me to state my opinion. Considering the situation, the shooter had to be the defendant, Mr. Edgeworth. However, the prints on the gun reveal that the shooter was not Mr. Edgeworth. This is a conundrum. Therefore, I would like to suspend proceedings for this trial for the day. The court orders the defense and the prosecution to further investigate this matter. Understood? Yes, Your Honor. That is all. This court is adjourned. Alright, I think that's a stopping point. A bit more, I guess. December 26th, 1:15 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. That was a close one. Hey, don't you have anything to say? No, I have yet to be declared innocent, right? Well, yeah, but what happened out there on the lake, anyway? If he didn't commit suicide, then who? The shooter was about a meter away, too. What? Don't give me that look. I did not kill him. I was just kidding around. Look, I'm going to go check on Maya. No. Right. What? Tell her something for me. What? Tell her to watch what she says in court. That's all. Would it kill you to just state how you really feel with a thanks, Edgeworth? I requisitioned a transcript of Lotta's entire testimony. I thought it might give me some ammunition for the trial tomorrow. Of course, she didn't see the shooter, so the only part of her testimony that stood was the bang she heard. Lotta's deposition added to the court record. I heard 2 sounds like gunshots just after midnight on 12/25. There we go. There's the breaking point. Strawberry shortcut in this case, Craftman. Save your progress. Yes. Save. Elite. Taking them to 512 so you can find out the charge is on 412. Maybe you can get tried and convicted. Alright. Alright. And I will show you just last little bit here. That'll be it for today, but yes, here we are. Now we got Japanese, English, French, German, Korean, Chinese, and Chinese again. That's the other one. Oh yeah, here's the German one. Einspruch.
Die Sprachstücke wurden gelten, weil eine andere Sprache und den Sprache diese Version zu listen. Space, okay. I can't read it. But yeah, here's an interesting one. The Chinese. I can't read that. And it was, that was English. Neat, just neat little languages and such. But yeah, it's, it's kind of cool. But anyway, that'll be it for today. Anyway, see you guys all later. I gotta get out of here. Bit past my time again. One last thing. Bit of news. The cables and stuff for the cellular antenna came in, and we're going to be trying it out, seeing what we can get. Looks promising, but I still have a bit to go before I can actually get a internet connection. See you later.